Hey everybody, it's good to see y'all again. It's good to be back after however long I've been gone, as usual. I'm sure you're used to it. Um, Today, I've come up with an idea to go over a top 10 list for all performance upgrades of a 6.5 diesel. So, of course, I'll kick this off with the good old turbo upgrade as number one. Clearly, the turbos on these here trucks have a lot of drive pressure, which has been known to blow your head gaskets if you run too much boost. And when I say too much boost, it really is a ratio dependent kind of thing. Like if you got 14 psi on the compressor side of a GM8 turbo, you could be looking at upwards of like say 25 psi on the exhaust side housing, which is really bad for the head gaskets. And so just to show you bigger turbos, this is the twin turbo kit that I made up with the HX35s, and there's a few things that will be changed during and after I do the head gaskets, and that's the reason why she's parked in this here shed. Someone shot a moose, I'm assuming, if you heard the gunshots. Something I want to add about the turbo upgrade. You can buy a lot of turbos for these here trucks. First of all, I'll start off with the most expensive and probably the best turbo you can buy for the 6.5, and that's the Super 60 and the Super 54 turbo, made and sold by Quadstar. No one really knows, except for the people that buy them, what the dimensions of these here turbos are, but we do know that they sound nice, they create great boost, and they have equal amount of drive pressure, which is good, and that's what you want to see. So for the amount of money that you spend on it, it's not bad. But you can also buy a HX40 off of eBay for like $300-400, and you'll get the same whistle and pretty well the same performance out of it, except for maybe the bearings will go bad a lot faster than what the Super 60 will go. But you know, for the price, I would probably go with the eBay. Actually, I did go with the eBay. I bought two of them, and then I put them on my 6.5. The next thing that you're going to want to do is open up the intake and the exhaust. I could have done these here separately, but I decided to put them together because they go together, of course. You know, if you got open up intake, it's not really going to do much if your exhaust can't flow a little bit extra as well. So you want to upgrade your exhaust, and the best way to do that there is by looking on, I believe Quadstar used to sell them, BD Diesel used to sell them, maybe still do. eBay had a few kits. You might know someone that has the kit, and the kit is called the Domini exhaust. And so it comes in 4-inch, and I'm pretty sure it is just 4-inch kits. And they also have the 3-inch downpipe, and I don't know if, yeah, I believe they make a 2.5-inch crossover pipe as well. Now the crossover pipe isn't really necessary. It's not like essentially needed. It does do a little bit, but not enough that you're gonna have to buy it to get your truck to the next level. It's not like that kind of part. And as for the intake, I know that Quadstar sells maybe 2 or 3 different kinds. I know there's the 3-inch upper intake plenum, and you put your own couplers and your own pipes on that one there to route it to your turbo or to your intercooler. And then you also have their 2.5-inch upper intake plenum is already pre-fabricated with piping, and you just pretty well couple it up to your turbo. And there's always the option of making your own, which is what I've done, of course, because you can't buy twin turbo intake plenums. Intercoolers are great for cooling internal air temperatures, and that there helps essentially make the air denser, and will give you more power. Really, it's not going to be a big gain, but you will see some with the right supporting mods. And you're going to want, I think it was a 2.5-inch or a 3-inch inlet and outlet on the intercooler. Cortland Bowes from Ginger Snap Customs told me the correct what was it? He told me the right dimensions. I forgot the word. The next thing is you're going to want to get a better lift pump, and with these here trucks they don't really need that much fuel supply. Pressure is one thing, and then the amount that it can flow is another. Of course, if you got a smaller inlet or outlet hole, it'll be able to put out more pressure, but it'll probably have less flow, rather than something that's putting out the same amount of pressure with a bigger hose or a bigger outlet. And that's just because more volume can flow through it. I know that PT Wiring has the Carter lift pump. So this here is the Carter lift pump. You can see that it definitely got, you know, maybe just slightly bigger outlets than what the stock lift pump does, and it definitely has more flow. Definitely has you know, more pressure as well. It'll hold its pressure better as well on top of that. And it is made for the 6.5. The harness is all there and bolts right up, or connects right up to everything else. Another good upgrade for the fuel system, now that we've already got the lift pump talked about, is the Feed the Beast upgrade, and that there's just bigger fittings, and it also has a fuel filter relocation kit, and that's just going to make things easier for you. And it's going to, I think the lines are bigger, I'm pretty positive they are bigger, and the fitting is bigger that goes into the injection pump, so now it's a little bit more free flowing. You relieve some of that restriction. So this here is the Feed the Beast upgrade. That there's the fitting. You can see the 90 degree. I might even have the friggin' 180 degree one, and I believe that there's a DB2, the smaller one's the DB2 as well. You can see that there's pretty well, like, a little bit bigger than stock, but definitely better quality. I would prefer just over that. But there's the Feed the Beast upgrade with the fittings. Another good upgrade for the fuel system to increase performance is the marine injectors that you can buy in QuadStar. And they have better atomization than the stock injectors, which will help you burn up the fuel more clearly, and by increasing the pot pressure on them you can actually gain a little bit of horsepower, just a little bit. The billet fuel pickup module is another good upgrade when it comes to helping the fuel flow from the fuel tank to the injection pump a little bit better. It has upgraded lines, so the lines are bigger in themselves, and so are the fittings. And it also comes with the Metronome rod. Like with my truck, she's stuck on like an eighth or almost a quarter above what she should be, so I don't exactly know where empty is, and that problem should really go away once I install the billet fuel pickup module. Now, I don't have marine injectors. I didn't worry about that, but I do have the billet fuel pickup module. I spent my good money on this. Not disappointed. As you can see, QuadStar tuning etched into it with CNC machining. Some nice Olja size fuel hoses there. Got the Metronome rod, fix all my problems. And it's just a nice looking, you know, nice looking piece of machine metal here. Really nice. Now that you started to upgrade the engine a little bit, it's really time to help contain all that pressure that's being increased, especially from turbos, essentially. One good upgrade that will help contain all the power is the head studs. I got a set just because I blew a head gasket. The head gasket was already bad, and with the twin turbos making that extra bit of pressure and me welding the wastegate shut kind of helped do it in. So head studs are really like a supporting upgrade, but it's all due about performance essentially, because without them you can't overdo it without reaching a limit and never getting past it. When you put the head studs in, you can actually exceed that limit a little bit. A little bit dark here, but here's the head studs that I bought. ARP wasn't in stock at the time, and I wanted these as fast as I can get it. So, comes with his own thread sealant. Good. I believe that's maybe same thing or cleaner. I don't know. It's in the instructions. I'm assuming. Yeah. And this is some heavy stuff, man. I'll tell you, these are some heavy pieces of machinery. Like the ground just shook, the floor just shook. And speaking about limits, you can get a tune for everything except the mechanical injection version of these trucks. The 94 to 95 models actually had the best tuning. They had the like 8-position quad star tuner. Then you got the 96 up to the 2002 or 2003 and the cab chassis trucks that were all electronic injection. And that's the DS4 injection pump, and you can get their computers tuned. It's a single tune, and for what it is, it's definitely good. Nothing wrong with it. And you can change everything by tuning your vehicle. Everything from transmission shift points, how the converter locks up, how much fuel is dumped at certain RPMs, and changing rev limiters and all that there to get the maximum amount of power you possibly can out of your 6.5. Of course, you can't get a technical tune for your mechanical injection 6.5, but you can turn up the fuel a little bit, and you can probably adjust the timing on some stuff. So by doing that there, you'll actually gain some power, so you can technically tune it. Now that you got the tuning out of the way, there's only one thing left to really bring your performance to the next level, and that is methanol injection. And methanol injection is a beautiful thing. It'll lower your EGTs, it'll lower your IATs, and it will bring up boost pressure, and it will increase power. So here's a box full of goodies. For gas, oops, I'm not worried anyways. This is water methanol injection system for diesel engines. So this was the last thing that was on my list. This is the water methanol injection system. I paid like $800 or $900 for this kit. I can't really remember now. It's one or the other. Comes with this beautiful pump. Like, god dang. I'm sad that there's dust on it, but better protected in here than it will be when it's on my truck, sadly. Oh my god. It's one of my shirts. I've been looking for that. And this little baby here, this is really the brains behind the operation. Hey, Snow. That there's the start PSI. Why is this so blurry? This is the start PSI for when you want the methanol to start injecting. It's a really nice little kit. It's well worth the money if you ask me. And this here comes with a neat little injector that you can change. Oop, and there's one of the nozzles. I believe I got the 500 in there right now, but there's a 500, a 250, and a 1000 cc nozzle that'll push more fuel. Is the bottom line. So with that there, that concludes the very first performance upgrade video. I hope you found something useful in this here if you're looking for some direction. And if you're new to the 6.5 world, you can check out some of my videos to see the shenanigans that I've went on with. And you can also see the projects I've went on with, and maybe you'll be able to find something else that'll help you amongst all that. There will be another sequel to this here being uploaded next week. So if you thought there was only 10 upgrades you could do to your 6.5 to increase the performance, you were totally wrong. As long as you got money in your pocket, there's definitely more you can squeeze out of it. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, of course, because that really makes the difference in all this. I don't even care if you comment or like, just subscribe over that. And me and this old beast here, we'll see you next time.